Hello and welcome to Dice Shrapnel. My name's Jimmy. I'm going to be the regular game master for this group of miscreants. Hope you enjoy.
My name's Brett. I play Joshua Johnson. He is a 31-year-old white male who's approximately 5'10" and has a medium build with blonde hair and blue eyes. Brown hair, and blue eyes.
Hi, my name is Jake. I play the character Thomas Kahn. He's a mid-30s Vietnam vet, ham radio operator, substitute school teacher, kind of pudgy, somewhat smart, kind of geekish, nerdish, and tends to put things in his mouth a lot.
Okay. My name is Daryl. I play Ross Thibodeau. I'm 5'6", 240 pounds. I've got red shoulder-length hair with green eyes. Obviously, I'm a white guy, 26 years old, kind of tending towards the gut.
I'm Mark. I play Trevor Smith. Appear to be a middle-aged white guy, dark black hair, wears glasses, little heavy set, kind of nerdish. There you go.
My name is Danny. My character is Gwendolyn Mitchell, who also goes by Gwen. She's a fiery redhead with freckles all over her face and gray eyes. She has a similar build to myself, 5 foot, 110 pounds, and she is an author.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm an engineer for Texas Instruments. I live with my wife Kristen in Dallas, Texas, and I'm originally from up north, but then I went to Vietnam in the service for a while, and I came back and resettled here, where I've lived happily and successfully with my wife.
December 3rd, 1984. The single, Do They Know It's Christmas, written by Bob Geldof and Midge Uri, was sung by an all-star cast under the banner of Band Aid and is released in the UK. December 14th, 1984. Sportscaster Howard Cosell retired from Monday Night Football. December 22nd, 1984. Bernhard Goetz shoots 4 black muggers in a New York City subway train. January 10th, 1985. Lenny Wilkins becomes the first to coach in 1,000 NBA games when his Seattle Supersonics defeat the Golden State Warriors 89-86. That brings us to today, January 10th, 1985. When last we left this intrepid group of heroes-ish.
We're anti-heroes.
Right? Let's see, is that Sunday?
Right?
I believe it's
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday the 10th.
Thursday, yep.
Thursday the 10th. There was a plan to meet up with the mayor at approximately 6:30 p.m., wasn't it?
I forgot to write down the time. Yes, I believe 6:30 was the time.
So that would give plenty of time for people to get off work, get to, actually it was going to be closer to 7:30, I think.
Okay.
Because they were hedging on the possibility that you might be working until 7.
Yep. And I am.
Notifications were going to go out. You hadn't yet spoken to anyone about what you had discovered other than a brief phone call with Gwendolyn. So, are you planning on meeting prior to the grand meeting with the mayor, or are you going to hold off on passing information?
I will try and at least head over to his place first.
Okay.
That's going to be our meeting spot.
So what time?
6-ish.
Okay. He gets off work at about 3:30 to 4. By the time he's out of school, it's usually about 3:45, able to get home. So around 6, you're definitely going to be able to catch up with him.
What time is it now? Because I had just done the phone call, I'm assuming.
You did the phone call at approximately noon.
Yeah, you recall. You told me on lunch break.
Yeah. And since you weren't going to be able to do much else aside from, if you were wanting to explore the Coliseum area, it was just going to be you
No,
and Thomas.
no, I was.
Oh,
with-
no, you were. Yeah, you
He's
were.
not at work.
Yeah, you weren't at work.
I'm not at work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
So then, was it at 6:30, or are we sticking with the 7:30?
We'll go with the 6:30. Because I don't honestly remember. I meant to review the video from the last session, but it's been a rough couple of weeks.
I know we had talked, me and Gwendolyn had talked, and we both didn't feel comfortable going by ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, you'd gotten there, you looked at the place, you're like,
No, hard pass.
use the payphone that's there.
Yep. Yeah, because we were like, nah, we're not doing this by ourselves.
So,
And made contact with the mayor, and then the plans were made to meet at, we'll go with 6:30. So
Yeah.
Right.
so then, and I communicated with him.
he works an 8 to 5 on base, generally speaking,
Yep,
with
and
an
I-
hour lunch break.
Already had talked to him.
Yeah.
So now we need to get hold of those two. So
Now,
I'm
Hey,
going
we
to,
know where he is.
you have both his work as well as his home telephone number.
I'm going to ask if he would mind if we went back to my place so I stop using a payphone and actually use my actual phone.
It's an hour drive regardless.
Yep. Because I don't want to keep spending money to call.
I don't want to throw a quarter in every time I make a call.
Struggle is real.
It is.
So in Dallas, there's going to be different area codes. So actually, you're going to be calling long distance, aren't you? A couple
Yeah,
places.
a couple places.
wow.
There's actually 3 different area codes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Unless-
you've got
yeah.
one for Dallas, one
You gotta
for
wait till
Fort
the
Worth.
You have
Yeah.
to avoid peak hours.
Yes.
Yep.
Avoiding peak hours. So if you're calling after 8 or after 9 p.m., you avoid peak hours, and
Right.
then you can call for cheaper
Okay.
with regular telephones.
Not everything about the 80s was great. That part sucked.
One of the cheapest ways of dealing with giving messages on the phone was call collect.
Yep.
And when it asks for your name, you're supposed to tell them your name. Instead of telling the name, it gives a recording of whatever. So, we're finished at the mall. Can you pick us up? Will you
Yep.
accept the charges?
Nope.
No.
And you
And then they come and pick you up.
Yeah, you done got the message across.
So you got a free
it's
phone
a
call.
baby.
Bob, you had a baby? It's a boy.
Yep. Yep.
Bob, you had a baby. It's a boy.
It's a what?
So she has a point about not spending much money.
Yes. So, yes, driving back home. Yeah, I forgot about the whole long distance because of the extra.
And if you're even if you're calling a
There it goes.
payphone, please
Yeah.
deposit another quarter to
Yep.
continue this
Yeah,
call.
I think it was another 50 cents for those for the long distance.
Yep.
So
I think so.
actually, it would usually it would tell you exactly how much
Per
dependent
minute.
upon how.
Yeah.
35 cents for another minute, another 35 cents for another minute, and it
Kinda-
would
kinda like-
stop your call midway through, and you basically the person on the other end of the line would have dead air for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like a coin-operated car wash nowadays.
Yeah.
And you had to hold the thing up, and you're just digging through your freaking pockets.
Yeah, trying to. No, I used to have stacks of coins set to sit on the payphone, and that way, whenever I needed to, I'd just throw another quarter in. You know.
And if you were a hacker, you would take a cassette recorder and record the sound of the coins going in, and
Yep.
you just load like $5 worth of quarters in, get the change back out, then call with 1 quarter, and then play the
And then
recording
play
into
the recording.
the receiver, and it would think that you put $5 in quarters in.
The other thing you could do on certain payphones, you could take a paper clip
Oh yeah.
and straighten it out and go through one of the holes on the microphone part of the cord,
Mhm.
and then ground it to the chassis on the phone because it was a ground. That's how the dial tone was established. Was
Yep.
called a ground loop.
Its own energy.
So lots of different ways of getting free phone calls in the 80s if you knew what you were doing.
I was guilty of the recording, but you can only do that on the older style phones. If you got a newer style payphone, it wouldn't work.
It was a specific style of touch-tone phone.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So now that we've got that out,
Yep.
you end up driving back home. He's taking you back to your place. Sorry.
Yep.
And from there, you're calling the other individuals that aren't making certain everybody's aware of, hey, there's a meeting at this time. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get him because he's at work, and I don't believe you've given him a work number.
Yeah.
So you're at best going to get a message afterwards. So when you show up at his place blind at 6, we'll see exactly where that's going.
So I'm gonna call your Trevor, right?
No,
Terry.
that's Trevor. Trevor,
You're Terry. We got
Terry.
too many T's. Okay.
it's 2.
Two?
2.
3.
Trevor, 3. Thomas. There are 3 T's. My bad. I'm tired.
You're not.
Okay, so recap. JJ, Thomas, Ross, Trevor, Gwendolyn, Terry.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Now that we got that straight.
You can call me
For about 5
Mr.
minutes.
Jack.
Okay. Okay. I'm calling Terry first.
Okay.
Ring.
Mushy.
Hey, got in contact with Mayor. We're meeting with him at the fountain.
I think it worked.
Trying to remember what park.
I thought you put a.
GM, do I remember what park we're meeting at? Because it's been a minute.
Did you not write it down?
I wrote meet at fountain with Mayor. Because I was tired and needed
Fountain
to go home.
University Park.
University. Okay, thank you. We're meeting with Mayor at University Park by the fountain. Can we meet up beforehand to discuss what all we've learned?
Yeah, can somebody swing by and get me? My wife's got the car.
Yeah. Just let me know where your address is and I can pick you up.
I'll relay my address, and I'll be here.
Okay.
Stone checking the only thing that you asked about prior.
Yeah, I step out and light a cigarette. Kind of just relaxing a bit.
Relaxing, smoking outside of her house.
Yes.
Okay.
Now calling
Joshua.
JJ. Ring.
Hello.
Hey, got in contact with Mayor. We're meeting with him tonight in person at University Park by the fountain. I was thinking we could try and meet beforehand to discuss what all we've learned. So we're all on the same
Meeting
page.
beforehand at the park.
Good question. At the park might be good, but given the time, he's probably gonna be there early because he likes to set up his security detail and everything.
Right. Are you wanting to meet at a cafe nearby, or
Is there a cafe pretty close to it?
There's plenty of places to eat. Of course, if you're going to talk about things and set up a cork board, you might do that at somebody's residence.
Yeah. How about we go to Thomas's house because of the fact that I haven't gotten in touch
Have all
with
the
him.
stuff.
what time do you want me to be there?
Let's see, we have to meet at the thing at 6:30, so probably want to meet closer to 5.
You get off work at 5.
I'll be there as soon as I can after work. I'll head
Okay.
straight there.
Yep.
You should be able to make it by 5:15 at the latest.
Okay. Hung up.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you planning on taking that with you? Okay.
Then some extra stuff, but it'll be apparent when it's nothing like that. Yeah.
So then
Okay.
it's about 1 o'clock now since
By the time that you get the phone call done, you're about 1:15.
1:15. Okay. I'm trying to think what else. There's not really much else we can do except get ready to go over there.
Yeah, so we may as well just skip to the part where people are arriving.
Okay. So.
So you and Ross are going to be arriving at Thomas's probably
I'm
about
picking him up.
picking him up. So picking him up, all three of you then would be arriving at about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably quarter till. You have plenty of time to work with in order to get that done.
Okay.
When you arrive, had you warned Thomas that you were coming over?
Nope.
Okay. So, 5 o'clock.
Oh. What are you guys up to?
We're here.
We're gonna
Here.
try and get all the information together so that way we know, because we do have a meeting with the mayor tonight.
Oh, do you guys want to do like a think tank?
Sure. That
Okay.
might help.
Okay. That's a good idea. Is anybody else showed up?
Not yet. I called JJ. He should be coming soon. I did not get a hold of
Like how we all invited
Trevor.
Trevor.
everyone over to his house.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna go over to his house.
You're going to meet at his place. Well, that's
That's how we
perfectly
do.
80s.
Yeah, well,
We're having a party at Jake's. Does
Now.
Jake know? No.
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
I did get a hold of Trevor after his lunch break, so I was not able to communicate that with him.
Okay. Not a problem. Well, if I should have enough tang for everybody, and
Tang.
you know, some
Astronaut drink.
all kinds of good ice water and tea.
Ooh, they would have had the Ecto Cooler at that point.
Ooh, that's true.
'Cause it was
Yeah.
right after Ghostbusters, they had the Ecto Cooler tang.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you got that, you're golden.
At least, with the kids.
Right.
Maybe not so much
or,
for the adults.
Or me,
Right. Well, for you put a little vodka in it, and then you're good.
No, vodka, yuck.
Space screwdriver.
Yep. Pretty
Right.
much.
Okay.
Okay. So, it looks like you're starting to put information together before he arrives.
Yeah. Okay.
How much of the stuff that's up there is stuff that he...
So
Whole
everything to
Stuart Beard.
Stuart
So
Brand,
frog
Brand.
stuff,
Whole
the
Earth.
Freemason.
USU Multimedia, kind of.
So, okay, so like the company names and things like that is stuff that he would. He told me a little bit of that though.
I did,
Over the
I
phone.
did, yeah.
So it would be the details. I remembered it from his phone call.
Okay. So, while you're punching away, putting out ideas, suggestions were made to put the mayor at the center of the board roughly and start taking other points and moving them out from there. Now, there is yarn there if you wanted to connect points. We have at the center of everything then Mayor Austin Stark Taylor Jr. Directly attached to him would probably be the Freemasons, as well as the blackmail in French.
Yep.
Let's see, what else would you guys be directly attaching to the mayor?
The business, thrive, religion, die.
Okay, that would make sense.
From there, you're going to go to the Church of Yahweh.
And the North Beach.
Okay, are
If you guys are expected
attached-
to remember all of this,
Yeah, that's
you are.
No, from the business, thrive, religion, die.
Yeah.
He's trying to get the yarn.
He's trying to get the yarn
idea.
started.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The connection would be to the Church of Yahweh, not the mayor.
From the business thrive. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're from the mayor.
To the Freemasons.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
The blackmail in French. Do you need to cut the string and just attach the string?
Wrapping it around.
No, because I gotta tie separate knots the whole time.
Okay.
It's gonna be a pain in the butt.
Blackmail in French, and then we
I think
went
that's it
to-
for that line.
Yeah, I think that line is dead right there.
We need multiple colored strings.
I can make this happen.
We don't need multiple colored strings.
Yes, you do. The Church of Yahweh, I mean, it's good that it's up there,
Because we need
But
to do
it-
research into them.
but we don't really care. Church of Yahweh's a dead end. It's not
Yeah,
part of the blackmail.
not yet.
It
It
was-
was kind of off to the side.
Yeah, well, like I said, it goes from the
Well, that's why
business
I had
drive
It's
Under-
good to
down to
remember
the Church
Joe.
of Yahweh.
Well, I would go.
But it dead ends right from
blackmail.
the mayor to the business. It goes from the mayor to the business and down to the Church of Yahweh. And that line is dead. But from the business thrive, you can actually go up to North Beach.
And that's why I had to organize it like that, because as of right now, yes, Church of Yahweh is dead end, but it could end up not being a dead end later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we are aware of that because of the blackmail that they
Well, we
are.
could go from mayor is being blackmailed by the North Beach group,
where they want the
and the
Business
blackmail
thrive.
is that business thrive, religion die,
right here.
because they're the ones who are wanting the bathhouse, is it not?
Well,
North
no,
Beach?
I
North
would
Beach,
go
yes,
from mayor
bathhouse, which is why I
up
have
to the
bathhouse
business
right underneath.
thrive.
Okay, good.
And then from the business
You've written
thrive
these
to the
together.
North Beach. Hey, Mark.
Because that's when we
I would
learned
go
about
diagonal,
those, but at the
you know,
same
make
time.
that complete
So
diagonal.
there wasn't.
Yeah.
And then from North Beach, you could go both places, the
I put them together
USCO
as we need to research more
and
into
Stuart
them.
Brand.
Okay, I'm with you. That's I remember it was on the page.
Yeah.
You know, it's set up, I mean, that's set up correctly if you ask me.
I'm looking at how the wire.
And
is
the North
what I'm
Beach
looking
group,
at.
though,
Yeah.
is a subsidiary of.
Of the USCO multimedia,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why
Which
I have
is
that
why
up in the
because
corner.
North Beach was a
and
shell.
down. And then we'll also want to put under USCO. Almost
There's
needs to go. You got.
Strand that you could use.
If
Uh,
you guys want to rearrange it,
nodding
you
in
can.
it.
I just put it
And
in
of
the way
course,
that
there's
I
the
thought
nice
made
fresh
sense.
orange. And this is
I got a Barlow LLC. That was something I had.
That was information you had that disclosed
Yeah, I
to
know.
me.
I know. Give you. Yeah.
Okay.
That
So
is
where-
just
Go from
information
mayor
that was
to the
disclosed
business
my
thrive.
character.
Yeah.
And from the business thrive,
One night.
going up to North Beach. I think that's,
North Beach is the shell company.
yeah,
Of the
It's the
USCO.
Turkish bath.
yeah. So business thrive
Or a
to,
bathhouse. Let's say it was Turkish.
yeah, business thrive to North Beach.
it's
Because-
the 80s. They're all Turkish.
Right. Wow.
Timmy, you ever seen a grown man naked?
Right.
Such a good.
Yep.
Looks like I forgot. Or I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
It looks like I picked the wrong week to quit airplane glue.
Yeah, white
those
gladiator movies.
Well, it's coming right for us.
You could not make that film today.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
no.
It's like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
You couldn't make that today.
Or most of those
Technically,
movies.
they made a variation of it,
What?
animated. Cats and dogs were the the whites and the blacks in this animated
Right.
remake of Blazing Saddles. Nowhere near as
Risque.
risque,
And where?
right? I think it was.
No.
I think it was Netflix, maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they made their own version of Blazing Saddles, but it was cats and dogs, so that it wouldn't be racism but it was racism.
Right.
Speciesist.
Yeah.
Did you see they're
Okay. Maybe I'll take the night now.
rebooting Married with Children
I
as
did.
an animated series?
Yeah.
No.
With the original cast.
Yeah.
No.
This way they can do their voice work, and you don't have to worry about them not looking the same as they did in the 90s.
The only
So they're doing it all voiceover. Applegate,
Christina Applegate,
Christina
Katie
Applegate.
Seagal,
Wow.
Ed
He has more
Yeah.
string that's already cut.
all them, and
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's one right
David
there, a dark
Fonsteel.
one.
Ed O'Neill. That's Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Where's this going?
I remember
So that
taping the
connects
episode
North
that
Beach
Anthrax
to
played on.
USCO.
Yeah. See, the thing I was thinking is,
Were they
Smaller
were
one?
Anthrax
No,
ate
no,
something out
go
of the fridge
from
or the
Business
freezers?
Drive
we had
to North Beach to USCO.
Kelly, the daughter, a slut.
Isn't
I
it?
don't know how that
Oh,
did over
okay.
the days.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And Al was
And then from
Had
the
No
USCO
Man,
go down, of course,
his
to
little
Stewart
men's
yeah.
group and stuff,
and
and
Holders.
sold
You know,
fat people and sold all sorts of people.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how well that would play.
Yeah. That's one of those. Well, for the
North
conservative
Beach to
group, USCO
USCO,
prefers the
yeah.
older style of entertainment.
And then down
That would work.
to Stewart.
Any of the new,
And then after Stewart is the Whole Earth thingy.
yeah, he was the author of the Whole Earth
catalog.
catalog. Yeah.
So
Okay. Vitamin bar.
I know something we should research.
What?
We haven't done it.
Far away.
Does Stewart live in Dallas?
Ooh, never even thought of
Where's
that.
your phone book?
He's asking you, Thomas. You've got
Hang on, it's
The phone book.
it's in the kitchen. I was using it to level my table out. Hang on just a second.
Dallas Fort Worth was huge.
Right.
Yeah, it was as big as the game there, pretty much.
Okay,
That
I get out the
thickness.
phone book.
Yep.
Oh, hey, there is a
Good.
phone book. It's not the Dallas Fort Worth one, but
It's close.
It's close.
Is that a Denver one?
yeah, this is the Monterey and San Bernardino counties phone book from California.
Wow.
I wonder if Dallas would have been split up. Dallas and Fort Worth into separate ones.
No, they were in the same one. I have it as a PDF,
Okay.
a searchable PDF. No
What's
less.
Stewart's last name?
Brand.
Brand. B-R-A-N-D.
Yes.
Go from
Okay, here's more prepped string for you.
Closest I can. Well, this is the.
Well, let's
I would say go.
now. If you're wanting to
from-
look Stuart Brand up, I can actually look to see if he's in the phone book there.
Yeah. So according to this, the best I can get us in.
Is it
This is
Sam?
your old edition, man. It's only got a Sam brand. You got the new one?
I would
think
go
they've
from
delivered it yet
the
this
blackmail
I'm not in character. Hey,
to
you
the
got the
Boy
newest phone
Scout
book?
troop.
They haven't delivered it yet.
Is your neighbor a nice guy?
Well, I
A
could
weird
see if he's been
conspiracy
pulling
that I
up
don't
from
know
the
if I can
phone, the phone
Company.
office.
Could ya? I think
Yeah.
it's important.
Give me a second. I'll run next door.
Okay, and
And it actually connects those other two.
yeah,
Which other two?
The other two over there,
So
yeah.
Sam lives in
Yeah, those are kind of all on their
Yeah,
own.
because the Boy
Yeah.
Scouts were picking up the froggies.
Right.
And the froggies were.
2120 Etna Place.
Goes to the frogs. Frogs are in the game.
Yeah, and that's where that string would end.
And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to the publishers in the back and see if the publisher's here in Dallas. I mean, it might be under another name. We're going to have to at the library at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do the whole microfiche thing.
Publishers. Periodicals. That's the wrong thing, but that's kind of interesting. Bob's Pet Hypnosis.
Now, what is the other thing? Waxahachie.
Where
That's where we
broadcast
found
came from.
where the broadcast came from.
Okay.
Now that stuff could also come from the USO because that's
USCO.
USCO because that's all under that.
Yeah.
That's
So, do we need to move that?
I like
Probably
long string.
under
Let's just
the
go
whole-
long string. It's more fun that way.
Okay, yeah. Let's do a long different colored string.
So, USCO2 Waxahachie.
Yeah. Which would connect the other two, you know.
Yep. And
Waxahachie. Numbered stations. I mean, it's there. I don't think it really connects to
Yeah.
anything per se.
Yeah, take that one down.
Something
Or
about the
put
number
it off.
stations. This feels like an intelligence service to me.
Right.
KGB, the Cuban intelligence service. One
Could
of
be.
them. But it's in French, so it could be.
Well,
what nations speak French besides
well,
France?
none of the transmissions were in French. All that was in
Vietnam,
French was in
Vietnam.
was the
code.
code that we got in the paper. That was
Which
the
it
only
was
You
thing.
get
translated
the
because
French
the
section in
Freemasons speak
Korea.
French.
Guyana,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's-
French Guiana.
Batch of
but
Freemasons.
they
speak.
wouldn't be. That's too small.
We're just going from the broadcast station
Yeah.
to numbers.
No.
Did I get lucky?
Do we
Or
think we need to
Short
go
brand? No.
to
What about his- what
numbers,
about
or do you
the
think we need to go
Whole Earth
to
catalog is
the other one and
About what?
Whole Earth
leave
catalog.
the number off to the side?
We'll leave the
As
number
far
off
as
to the side for
brands-
now.
Okay,
Go to the
good.
one underneath it.
Go
There
down
are-
underneath it. That numbers thing.
5
you can,
people with last
the
name of
numbers
brand.
card you can
in,
actually take off and
Fort Worth
move
area.
to the center because it's not.
Move
there
to
any
a
S's?
corner.
Yeah,
Uh,
move it to the far right corner. That way
That's
we don't.
Dallas. None
mix
of them
it
are
up.
Stewart. You've got a EJ, an Ed, an L, and an RB brand.
It's probably RB. But
Why would you think RB?
I don't know.
See a lot.
Never mind. Because it's Stewart. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, because the early, like if you wanted to anonymize yourself in those, you'd just put like S.
Yeah.
S brand.
Okay,
I'm gonna come back.
So that may be one we'll follow up on later. I want to go to the library, find a Whole Earth catalog, and then find what the publisher is and see what the address of the publisher is. But we can't do that until we're back
Later, yeah.
because we're doing this other thing right now.
If we're trying to get this so we're all on the same page before we go and talk with
Same
the mayor.
board.
Yeah. So we're all on the same board.
Right. Ta-da! Ta-da!
Thank you. Well done.
Some of those colors are.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet this brown one isn't showing up real well.
Oh, I was just saying. I don't know. They're actually all showing up fairly well. It's just some of the colors are hard to differentiate from the other colors.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise, you do have that bright orange right there that you could replace one with if you
Which
feel like
which one
changing.
needs replacing, Jimbo?
Good question, honestly.
Probably the one up, right?
The one that goes from the USCO across to the Waxahachie and the ATS3. That one doesn't show up as well as any of the rest of them.
Well, it should pop after this.
Yeah.
Bam.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. So, checking the Fort Worth area, there are. Let's see. I was still double checking that.
You know, I'm thinking a little bit about this whole atrazine thing.
7 up.
Let me think about it a little bit more. We're gonna go to the library.
So no, mine.
There was this. Sorry. Right.
That's all right.
I thought I only had to.
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah, I would like to order a pizza, but I don't want the Zoid to get it.
Ooh.
The Noid.
The
Noid.
Yeah, Noid.
That's
It's
right.
Noid.
Not Zoid. Noid.
The closest is a. There we are. Brands J. Stewart Company,
What's the address?
5550 LBJ Freeway.
It's possible to use the middle name.
Okay.
But
It's possible to use the middle name.
Or used an alternate spelling of Stewart. Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to pocket that information.
Tearing the page out.
I'm not going to do that because it's the neighbor's phone
Okay.
book. I'm going to give the
He
phone
might
book
not know us
back
for a long
to
time.
All right,
Thomas,
I'll run
and-
it back over there.
And then if this doesn't pan, we'll go tomorrow. All right, so
I'm back.
is the mayor expecting us to just show up in force, or is he just supposed to meet with one of us like clandestine style?
I think he was supposed to meet us clandestine style.
In force, everybody.
Enforced. He
Really?
wanted everyone so we could make sure we're all on the same page
Oh, yeah,
and
that's-
aware
that's-
of anything.
That's right.
You raised your hand first? Yes, sir.
I don't trust this guy. I think somebody should hang out.
I'm assuming
sniper
I'm here
position.
this time yet?
Yeah.
I'm here?
By the time that they finish up with all the board, he's looked up everything, and now you're arriving, knocking
All right.
on the door.
Hey, Terry.
I think
Hey,
that we
you
should-
know, you're not supposed to stay and huddled in a group when you're going on patrol. You're supposed to spread out.
I'm just saying, somebody's got to be there in case we got a DD lay down suppressing fire.
Keep in mind that he
You don't
has
know what
his
that
own
guy's gonna bring.
security detail. That
You
he
drop
always
a
has.
grenade right in the middle of all of us and take us all out. It's not a good idea.
So what are we gonna do, guys? Are we gonna go all Huck Finn up the river?
We're
Action
not going
grip?
to attack the mayor.
No,
Well,
we're
no,
not going to
that's
attack
what
the
I'm
mayor, but we
saying.
need to keep our eyes and ears open.
Okay.
Have good situational awareness.
So, I propose that I hang back while you guys meet with him, and just in case.
And as you're making those plans, nobody's letting you in.
Hello? Hello?
Let
Yes,
me
I'll
in.
answer now.
Who's that? Are you expecting more company?
Yeah, we're still down one.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Did,
hey.
did you call him? How do you know we were here?
He's more nutty than I
I
am.
think Gwen called him.
I am reading a line on my sheet. Oh, it's him. How'd you know we were here?
I didn't. I just was gonna
Oh, you just
over.
guessed? You just knew we were here, huh? Have you been driving by? How long have you been out there?
I walk on a car.
You walk, huh? What happened to your car?
I don't own a car.
Why not?
I don't like cars.
Communist.
Here we go, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I suggest
I'm
he
You
hang
can
back.
see he's got a black eye. He's trying to cover up with his shades.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Well, I knew about
Yeah.
the accident stuff.
Yeah, he's raccooned right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I suggest he hang back.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second in the kitchen, just you and me?
I suppose.
I'm going to pull out my briefcase, open it up. You're going to see a box, you see a bunch of papers. First thing, I do work for a government agency. We do chemicals and stuff like that. I go, I'm in an experiment group. It goes, I have something, but I need you to sign some paperwork before I can give it to you. So do you want it? That's the first form here, non-disclosure agreement. You can't talk about anything I'm going to do. That's the first one. We'll start with there. If you don't want to sign it, that's fine. We're done.
These other fools involved in this?
No. They know nothing of this. I like to kind of keep it that way.
Moves the ball down the field. Where's the paper?
Oh, is that paper? Alright. Now with that, this is some experimental rejuvenation medicine that we're developing for some of our soldiers. Quick fix. So I open the box up, it's just a tube with some green liquid. Take this and keep in contact with me, I'll give you
Mark,
a
I'm sorry
card.
for this. I'm going to pull out my 38, grab him, shove him up a deal, and put it underneath his chin and say, "You're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them. I'm not a killer. I didn't tell anybody what happened."
It's okay, man.
You gonna try to give me that stuff too, huh? Like you did the village, huh? You gonna try to do that?
No, none of that.
Tell me who you really work for, huh? Are you one of them spooks, huh? The ones that ran the
Do I
office?
see this?
What? 1 second. Yeah, I would like for everybody else to make a perception roll. So roll your IQ. If you have any sort of bonuses for fine hearing or anything like that, go ahead and add that to
Any
your roll.
bonuses to what?
If you have hearing bonuses,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I do.
acute hearing, something to that effect, you get to add the bonus to your roll, which in this case would be subtracted from your roll. So you're looking at your IQ or less.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I
made
definitely
it.
made that.
What about conspiracy theory?
No.
That is
This
not,
is just strictly hearing.
Okay, as we were saying.
okay.
So, as he's getting more and more agitated, everybody that passed, which I think is everybody,
Yeah.
hears him freaking out in the kitchen, and that sound, you distinctly recognize the sound of the gun being cocked.
I need to go into the kitchen for a moment.
I follow him.
It's like a bad
Poking
just
the head in.
Hey, I'm going to draw my knife.
Gosh.
Why would you bring a knife to a gunfight?
Because I am
Because the gun
good.
gets jammed and knife does.
And I want to ignite flame in this hand.
You're gonna
What?
go there?
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
What the? Okay.
So
Oh, we're already there. All right.
do I need to make my roll?
Total party kill right here.
No! My character is keeping
So,
away.
I'm yelling
from
about it. I
everyone.
saw what the you
Hey,
guys
I
did
made
to those
it.
villagers.
Okay.
They were
Let's-
doing.
Okay.
Quick question, okay?
My character
She has acute hearing and she is like, this is story stuff.
Yeah.
I could see her running in before anyone else.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you're in front of everybody as Mr. I'm going to fucking cast fireball in the room.
No, I'm not casting. I'm scared. I'm making.
A fireball.
It's not a full-on fire.
I know.
But, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
flame in my hand. But
Okay,
it's
and
not.
as far as the movement rates go, generally speaking,
Dex
relatively
plus
fastest. I've got it written down
Oh.
here for people. Jake, Daryl are going at the same speed.
Yep.
Faster than you are Gwen.
I would be the first one in.
Yeah, you would have been the first one anyway, based on just your initiative speed.
I'm gonna look at
Okay, so
Ross and go, no,
I
my
go
house.
first.
So you pop
go
in,
first.
and the first thing that you see is he's wedged up against the wall, 38 underneath his chin, and he's holding on to paperwork. There's a desk, or not
Briefcase.
a briefcase on the table that's open. He's holding a vial of green liquid, and there's paperwork all around the table.
And you see me with the fire.
Now-
in my
Not
hand.
yet.
Not yet.
No, not
Quit
yet.
jumping. Let me.
Yes.
I'm talking to him.
So you're in the lead. That's what you see as you poke your head into the kitchen and step in. Yeah.
Now, is she making a door block? Can anyone get past her? Or do they do the whole Three Stooges? Boom, 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 boom. As she falls face first.
Good question. Give me a dex roll. Because you're the absolute slowest person. You're going to be the last person to show up.
Oh,
charging
yeah,
behind you.
I'm editing.
And so
You're going to get pushed in probably.
Okay,
Okay, so
I'm
I'm
made
just
this is a reroll, is it not?
Are you sure you want the reroll?
no.
Just saying.
Wait on the reroll.
Okay,
oh,
I'll wait
please.
on the reroll.
Okay.
Let me figure
Yeah,
out what I'm doing.
I
I go
failed.
first.
Okay, well, if he fails, that's going to impact what's happening
I
with
failed by 2.
we had a quick question about a reroll.
you. Yes.
Is it a reroll and you take the better, or is it you reroll and whatever the reroll
Whatever
is?
the
that's
reroll
what-
is, that's what it is.
Okay, that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. So,
Yeah, okay,
so
I'm going to
rerolling-
save it then.
get a failure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you rush in. You see this. He's rushing in right behind you. He's got a knife in one hand. He
Oh.
and you behind you suddenly feel, well, possibly you'll feel. Give me the roll on the flame.
gonna burn me.
create fire. I believe you need a 14 or less, if I remember right.
Yes.
He's gonna burn me because I'm gonna.
No,
Oh!
remember.
I made it
Oh!
good spirit.
Oh, that's a 4. Okay, for a second I thought it was a 1. Okay. I was like,
No. It's a 4-2-1.
okay, so
Easily.
you feel heat directly behind you like a stove has just turned on. And you're walking forward and your deck's making that, you realize, nah! His hand looks like it's on fire. You see that because you're the slowest one behind. And did you make your dex roll?
I didn't make one. I didn't know.
Go ahead and make one. We're seeing if how much the Keystone Cops are in effect here.
Made it.
Okay, so you're the only one to bump into anyone, and you bump into her.
And I do not start her on fire.
You did not start her on fire. However, you need to now make a strength check to see whether or not you stay standing up.
6, 12,
13.
13. Or 6, 12,
13.
13. Yeah, 2 a 10. No.
No. Okay, so you get pushed forward and are immediately knocked to the floor. So you're looking up. You see the guy behind you now has a ball of flame erupted from his
That's
hand.
not going to help the person losing their mind. Stop!
Okay. And cue scene. Chaos ensues. All right, so standard initiative at this point would be, it's okay. There are 2 methods that are standard within GURPS. One is going purely by speed, and then for ties you do a tiebreaker roll. Or it's just a pick one person and go through everybody at the table. I prefer using the speed with the tiebreakers. Mike and Mark, you both have the same speed, so give me a dice off between the 2 of you.
3 dice? Or
Just
Yes.
1.
I got a 9.
Oh, you did through 3?
Oh.
Okay, as long as you're all rolling the same, I don't really care.
more than 9, 10.
I go first.
Yeah.
I rolled 9.
Yep. Okay, so Mark is going to be the first of the 2 there. I'm going to put this on a separate. Mark and Mike. All right, and then we have the 5.5. The only 2 are Mike B and Danny. So you're faster than these 2. So
I am faster than
you're faster than them.
Okay.
Let's see. Then we've got the 5.25. That's Thomas and Ross both. So a tiebreaker there.
3
1 die.
1
Just
die.
roll 1, yeah.
I got a 4.
3.
Okay, well, so Ross is going, and then Thomas, and then the tiebreaker would be between you, and you don't need a roll because not here. Actually, yours is absolutely the dead slowest. There is no tiebreaker for you.
Yeah, you're the dead slowest.
I'm also
So-
the smartest.
Right.
Yeah, that could be questionable.
Trevor,
kind of
Terry,
Why do I
What you
see
would think?
egos getting involved in this game?
Ross, Thomas.
Not mine.
No.
My character.
Characters.
And so that's going to be the order of initiative. So, starting off with you then.
Okay.
Splat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Splat.
since I got knocked down, I'm gonna get on my hands and knees and yell at him to look at me, just relax. Because I don't want him losing it.
Okay. Hey, look at me! Relax! Do you have any sort of fast talk or anything like that? Any social skills that would allow you to try to manipulate somebody's behavior?
Strong will would not affect that.
No. I don't recall you actually having anything to that effect.
No.
Okay. So you can make a fast talk roll at penalty. Fast talk IQ -5.
Aw, I missed it by 1.
Really?
Do you have a reroll?
Do I have a reroll? I have a silver's reroll, right?
Yes.
Silver.
Yep. Using the silver.
Yes! I got an IQ of 14.
Okay.
And I rolled a 4, 8, 9, 10.
10.
That's
yeah,
up.
she actually.
I rolled the same number!
Yeah. Yes, you rolled the same number.
Ah!
Valiant effort, but
I got happy because I saw 2 4s and I thought I made it.
Yep. Nope. Sorry. So you're trying to calm him down from hands and knees. That brings us then to. All right. So Trevor, you're up next.
Gonna try and say psychology and try and calm him down.
That's gonna be a long conversation one.
Pretty much the only real socially one I have that might.
Okay.
His character is socially awkward to start with. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Psychology.
Wait.
What?
Or you just go a whole different route.
For my
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Okay, so you're lying.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, you can hear all sorts of stuff. I'm not lying. I'm just asking you to hear that.
I
I don't know what he's hearing.
I
Right.
have a question for future reference, though. My language talent, would that have given me a bonus?
No.
No, language is to like understand a
Because
foreign language.
it says +1 to language. That's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
just to understanding foreign languages or to developing an affinity to speak foreign languages.
Okay, just wanted to know for future reference.
Okay, do you have any sort of performance skill with this? Performance, savoir faire?
No.
Okay, honestly, that's probably going to be the most likely there, so you'd be able to take it at the default. So that's going to be for. It's probably going to be performance. Do you have acting or bard?
No.
Okay, IQ -5.
7. I got an 8. So I did not make it.
Okay, so you're trying really hard. So is she. Terry, you got a couple people trying actively to discourage you from doing anything bad. She's discouraging you, and he's trying to distract you. Obviously, do you hear that? Now that one, you know what? Considering his
State
psyche
of mind?
and state of mind.
Again, I'm going with psychology on
Yeah,
this.
give me a wits or an IQ roll in order to see if you can resist that, because that's going to play right into your psychoses.
I got an IQ of 13. I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you're thinking he's trying to mess with you at this point. He's messing with your head.
Okay. Sorry, Mark. If you read my background, you'd understand why.
I understand. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Okay, so that's where you're at.
Okay, I am going to skirt screaming, and I'm going to look down at her. Sammy, grab his legs. Don't let him turn this nozzle on. Don't let him do it. And I'm going to start trying to wrestle him down. Come on, Sammy, grab his legs.
Okay, so you're trying.
Don't let him get him away from the nozzle.
Okay.
Okay, and so at this point he hasn't fired. We're moving on to the next person, which is going to be Ross.
Okay.
Flamethrower man.
Well, I panicked. I was.
I'm going to quench my flame.
Okay.
Because that was a knee-jerk reaction.
That's a heck of a knee-jerk reaction.
Well,
Yeah.
keep in mind, I'm a paramedic in Dallas-Fort Worth. Come on.
He's having hot flashes.
Yeah, I'm having hot flashes too. Can I use my fast talk to try to get to him?
Yeah, he's within earshot.
Fast
You can
talk's the
try.
best way to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I made it. That's an 8, 9, 10, 11, and my fast talk is a 12.
Okay. Make an IQ roll at a penalty of 1.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he made that.
That is 6.
Okay.
Shit.
So
He's in
he's
deep.
he's in deep at the moment. You're
Okay.
you're trying to convince him, and you're trying to work within the scope of his psychosis.
Right,
Hey,
right.
Hey, we're trying to get the nozzle away. Just stay calm. But it's not calming him down enough. Thomas.
Maybe I shouldn't have quenched my flame and just burned his ass.
Ski, it's Con. Look at me, man. We're not there. We're back in the U.S. Calm down, man. Breathe. We're not there.
So, are you like away from me? Right next
I'm
to
in
me?
the doorway,
He's
coming
probably
into the
about
kitchen.
5 to 8 feet away at this point.
Okay.
Closer to the 8 foot.
Holding my hands up so he sees I don't have a weapon.
Okay.
Mike, you need to stop rolling so good.
It's makeup for last time. After you.
Right.
Last time.
Hey! Well, you know. Yeah, that whole black chip thing.
Say the game is Illuminati. We're supposed to all have a little bit of.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that would be you.
Everybody's been very normal so far. This is. I think the night you just lit your hand on fire. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It was a little like that. That's a heck of an easier.
So
What the hell do you think I would do? You know? I
me
could
and
have.
you's master
I
coming
could
off.
have
That
looked
makes
at
me
you and
wonder
said,
what
hey,
about
use
these
more
folks.
lube.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. While it's a good push, you're still going to have to make a roll on it.
Okay.
This one is going to be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Let's see, persuasion. I don't think that you have a persuasion skill
That's
per se.
streetwise. You got fast talk or anything along those lines? Survival.
Nope.
Scuba, judo.
Nope.
I got fast draw.
Nope.
Okay.
Good driving.
That's better than what he got. He got car total.
47. Okay.
All I can say is, who the heck
This
totals your car
honestly
on ice
looks
in
like
Dallas?
Bard, or Persuasion, either way. Well, Persuasion isn't specifically a skill within GURPS. It's Bard, Performance, Fast Talk. You're not trying to fast talk him. You're being more sincere with that.
I'm trying to get him to relate to me as a fellow vet.
Yeah, with psychology, you're only able to predict behaviors, not necessarily control behaviors or.
I was hoping kind of.
Yeah, you were trying to diffuse the situation,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But with psychology, you have to have more experience with a person. If you try to psychology roll on Thomas,
Blank guy, yeah.
blank guy, you don't know him well enough to have
Yeah.
any understanding of what's going to trigger or not trigger him. If you were doing this with Thomas, you would have a much better chance. So, Jake, go ahead and give me an IQ -5 roll.
Come on.
Made it.
You made it?
What'd you roll?
-5.
-5. Okay, that sounds like I did make it.
Nope.
Okay. How bad did you fail it?
I got a 10
That's not so bad.
out of 12.
So, yeah, missed it by 3.
Yep.
That brings us finally then to you.
JJ.
I'm gonna tell him he's been cleared, man. He's not one of them. You need to put the gun down, man. It's not like how you think it is.
Okay.
Is anybody wearing a suit?
No, the guy who wore a suit isn't here and hasn't been since the first gaming session.
Just want to make sure.
Okay, so JJ, did you have
Fast talk, I do.
you have fast talk?
I have 16.
Beautiful.
Come on.
Made it.
You are B.A. Baracus, and he is face.
Right.
Okay, so how much did you make it by?
Let's see, I've got 8, so
8. You got a penalty of 8 on your roll.
Okay, so 5 rounds.
Nope. You got
7, 8.
6 right there, so.
Okay, he has broken through to you.
Okay.
Everything that has been said up to this point, you realize very suddenly you are not in the thick of it. You're not in a Huey. You are in somebody's kitchen threatening a guy that you hung out with a couple of times, talking about these conspiracy things with, who's provided you with scientific information that proves some of the stuff that has been going on. There's a touch of shame that has hit.
Okay. I'm going to uncock the pistol.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I'm going to look around at the group. And I'm going to get up and storm out into the backyard
Okay.
to clear my head.
Okay.
Con, do you think, or you,
Yeah,
do you
Thomas,
think,
gone. Yeah.
do you think it's a good idea for you to go and make sure he's okay since
Yep,
you really
I was
took
already
more?
thinking that.
Okay.
Okay. What time is it? So I know if we need to book it to the.
I came in at 6. This happened right away.
6.
15 after.
Not even that. You're looking at probably
5,
6.
10.
Well, yeah, 6:05, 6:10.
Okay. Before we book it, I'm gonna ask you. What did you say that triggered him?
Nothing. I didn't. I just asked him to sign some paperwork. I was going to offer him this medicine, and he lost it.
what does the medicine do?
Sign the paper.
You're out in the backyard.
Hey, you got to sign, so he gave you the paper.
I say, I'm not taking the medicine, so what am I signing papers for?
It's right at the front. Non-disclosure agreement. You can't tell anything beyond this. You can't talk about it.
Okay, I'm gonna look
On
over
pain
it.
of death.
I'm gonna look over it and make sure it's not saying I have to take this medicine or anything like that.
It does say I get to operate on you if you tell me.
Okay, Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say? That
He
says.
says he has permission to operate upon you in the event that you violate the non-disclosure agreement.
Oh.
I'm gonna think in my head like that's not legally enforceable, and I'll just sign the NDA.
You certainly hope it's.
Given this isn't 1943 Germany, I think I'm safe.
No,
You never know. But okay.
it's been proven that Dr. Mengele fled to Brazil or Peru.
A lot of them did.
So
But
now,
anyway,
what
Argentina,
did you say
excuse
that,
me.
Argentina.
Everyone signed my non-disclosure agreement. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone signed
Yes.
the agreement. I got it.
He
I'm
was
outside.
outside. He's outside.
Yes,
So
I
have it.
signed it.
All this is it's an experimental drug we have that's supposed to, we hope, help heal wounds.
In
I was
what
in
way?
a bad shape from a wreck. This is a pretty good. I got a chance to hands-on experimentation right here.
I guess in his case it'd be more beneficial to heal wounds.
That was my thought.
inside.
Again, I can't. This is still experimental. You don't want the world to know this exists. We don't want the enemy to know we have shit like this.
Hey, you want to just pour it down his neck?
No.
Something tells me that wouldn't go over well.
Yeah. Again, I
I
Okay.
still have the pistol, too.
Now that
Yeah, this is true.
we know what triggered him, can we try and avoid that triggering him again?
Well,
I don't know.
At least for right now.
using my thought of psychology and stuff. There
Give
could
me a
be
psych roll.
anything.
Perhaps until we know better, we just shouldn't go off on our own with him anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, you have an obvious inclination that this is a flashback to a
Oh, yeah.
Vietnam event. A very specific one that it was previously would have been called shell shock. The new term PTSD. has started coming out in the 80s. So you're obviously referencing this to a PTSD event that involved chemicals and trying to spray individuals with it, or possibly ignite farms. It could have been something like Agent Orange.
is there anything? Again, I mean, I would throw out history. I'm going to throw out. I don't know what else I would have in that, but anything that I could go. Oh, I kind of remember reading in
Do you have
Cruising.
chemistry?
A memo.
There is a
Say
specific
chemistry
part of my
problem.
background. Do you remember?
Yeah, I
And
do.
that's with the suits.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Yep, I remember.
Just a reminder.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And,
would think chemistry.
No, chemistry isn't going to be the right one. This one is going to fall into the category of either conspiracy theory or history. However, you're going to be at a -5 on the roll for this one.
Where's my history? History 12, so 7.
7 or less.
5. 7!
This is something that nobody else will know
Do we need to go back there?
other than him. There was, you read some of the files from Vietnam that were experimental chemicals.
I kind of figured I'd be into this.
And you remember being a part of one of those programs.
I figured as much.
There was a spray that had been aerosoled out, and it was tested on villages in Vietnam. And it caused the individuals in the area to attack and kill each other.
Okay.
And you're tying that in with the idea that everybody who showed up for that particular chemical display, they were helicopter pilots that were aerosoling over the village because it was all going to be heavier than air, so it would settle in order to avoid having it affect any of the pilots.
Okay.
And odds are good that he was part of one of those pilot programs.
Okay. I'm not going to share that information, but, okay.
Yeah, you helped to cause his misery. Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm giving this medicine.
Right. I'm trying to make it right.
I remember you.
Yeah, I
You
wouldn't say
never
that.
saw him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You might trigger him again.
As far as files go, you have seen his military file. You did. Now that you think about it hard with the eidetic memory, you've seen photos of him before. But he's changed physically since then. It didn't connect necessarily until right this minute.
Okay.
So,
So 10
while
after.
he's cooling down, we should probably go and meet with the mayor.
I'm going to double down on what I said about not being left alone with him right now, so I'm going to go out to the yard with him.
You gonna
Okay.
let me know that everybody's
So-
taking off?
No, I'm just going to go out there with you.
He's coming up to the backyard where you're
Right,
at.
but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm outside,
I mean-
so I don't know everyone's
Yeah.
planning on leaving.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you communicate with them,
We've
let
been
them know once
Well,
he's,
it's like 10
once
minutes
he's
and all
calmed
this is
down, you three come and meet us there. Think you can do that? Okay. So then
Well,
I guess
we're-
us
we're-
three are gonna go.
Well, it's we still got time, don't we? I mean, it's
It's
only
at
like
6:30. It's 6:15.
I thought it was 7.
6:30.
We'd gone with the 6:30 time.
Oh.
Yeah. So you showed up,
Okay.
didn't have a whole lot of time,
All right.
and then
okay.
it's like, oh, that's what we're doing now.
So
Okay.
that's why I'm trying to.
Yes. So we've got to be there in 20 minutes. Odds are good that the mayor's probably already there.
So we should go. And what was with that whole hand thing? I'm looking at your character, Daryl.
Huh? I'm sorry, go ahead.
What was with the whole hand thing?
Just something I picked up whenever I was younger. I mean, I'm able to start fires and light cigarettes and throw balls of fire, and when I get scared, sometimes that happens.
Okay.
It has happened before. And I'm playing it that I just found out. Found this ability within the last, I mean, I was a kid, but
So you're lying. Yeah, I get it.
basically,
Okay. Well, I guess that could work in protective wise, if needed. But I don't think we'll need fire at the fountain. So please try and keep it tamed in front of the mayor.
It's okay.
Okay.
I spells.
No.
Okay. And I know you haven't been a whole fan of doing the meetings and stuff. Will you still come? Because you have more of the information than what I have.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay. There's 3 people in this row.
Yeah.
Well,
Right,
I made
right.
eye contact with you.
I really wasn't wanting to go. I'm not a fan of the mayor.
I'm aware of that, but you have more of the information and have a better memory of the information, apparently. So I would appreciate it if you would come, so that way you make sure I don't misinterpret anything or missay anything.
She does have a point.
Yeah.
Eidetic memory.
She's actually got a good point.
You in demand for the job.
Because isn't part of why we're having to do this meeting because I misunderstood something about the phone call and when to call him.
This is true.
You're not the only one. Eyes on you, Jake. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go.
Thank you.
Okay. So, you're out there starting to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 5 minutes or so, you're still having little glimpses of those things that traumatized you. But you realize that it's superimposed over what's real, what's now, which it takes you a good 5 minutes to get fully cooled down.
Yeah. I'm going to smoke a cigarette and just kind of wander around his backyard.
In the distance, you can hear police sirens, dogs barking, and the sounds of the city, which are so much different than the sounds of Vietnam. The only thing that has any sort of overlay is the cricket sounds. But that goes away quickly. Adrenaline finally fully dumps or dissipates after the dump. Smoking the cigarette. You realize that you're not alone. Thomas is out in the backyard. JJ's on the back porch, just making sure nothing stupid happens.
I'm going to apologize to Thomas. Sorry, brother. I was just,
It's all good,
I was
man.
back there for a minute.
We're cool.
Hey, you didn't pull a gun on him, although I went there.
You're not yeah.
We're cool. Totally understand.
I'm
I have
sorry
my
for
own
mess-
issues.
Sorry for messing up your conspiracy party.
Yeah, I'm sorry for messing up your Black Panther party.
So,
That's funny.
I'm going to tell him I'm mission ready. Let's go to meet the mayor. Don't worry, man. I'm here. I'm present.
You good to go?
I'm good. I'm going to kind of hit him in the
G to
chest.
G?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go then.
Okay. So, obviously taking 2 vehicles, or is it going to be more than that? He rode with...
He rode in with me, but...
the 3 of you have already
yeah.
just taken off just to make certain that
Yep,
you made the meeting.
and he doesn't have a vehicle, so yeah.
Okay, so Ross...
Are we in my vehicle or
Yes.
are we in your vehicle, Ross?
My vehicle.
Okay. So,
Got gas?
Duh. Yes, I've got gas.
so
I'm going to ride with them, actually. I'm
Okay.
going to volunteer myself for the back seat.
okay.
There you are.
So, Thomas taking your vehicle then, because he didn't have one there, so it's either his or yours.
I've got a truck.
So,
With no gas.
No
Oh, it's got
backseat.
gas now.
Alright. I guess I'll drive.
Okay. Driving your car then? Okay. So, the 2 of you are driving separately. Because you not wanting to be in the same vehicle, or are you just
I mean, I
wanting...
figured it was just a bench seat and
Yeah. So are you
Yeah, it's
asking,
not an
hey,
extended cab or anything
Yeah.
like that.
are you saying, hey, I'm driving your truck? That's what I was getting at.
No, I mean, if he doesn't have the room, then I guess we could just take my car. Or if he wants to drive it yourself, I don't care.
That's what I'm looking at. Is the logistics of it. Are you all going to...
Terry, you want to ride
pile
with
in-
me, or do you
pile into his
want us
vehicle?
all pile into JJ's car?
This is piling with JJ.
All right,
Okay, so who's shotgun?
I'll ride back.
I'm driving, so.
Okay, shotgun.
Literally.
38. Oh,
Yeah.
Right. 38 gun.
If you're riding in the back, you're not riding directly behind the driver.
Right.
Okay. Hop in, turn the station to something calm. Hey, classical. Let's listen to some classical. Oh God, it's the Ride of the Valkyries. Change it! Change it! Right.
Hey, isn't that painted black by the Rolling Stones?
Right.
It doesn't take all that long to get to University Park. It takes about a 10-minute drive to get there. But that puts you at, trying to get to the right spot in University Park by walking.
Yep.
Now, were you planning on hanging back? All you have with you is the 38.
We're walking off. I'm diverging off so I can keep them in my vision, but we'll be a good distance away. I'm not going to be able to hear what they're saying or anything. I'm going to be far enough away, but I can still have eyes on them, but I'm not paying attention to them. I'm paying attention to everything around them. I'm looking for anybody with cameras, anybody who's paying too much attention, anybody reading a newspaper nearby, all the telltale signs of surveillance or an ambush.
Okay. Okay. Do you have tactics?
So I've got all my stuff related to helicopter combat. So I've got like gunner, combat gunner. So I'd be used to seeing like VC in an ambush, but I know it's not quite the same.
Yeah,
Would mathematics pertain to it?
No.
I could tell you exactly where they are and plot their coordinates on an XY graph.
Right.
How many meals?
No, I don't have anything. All my stuff's related to like military helicopter combat.
Yeah. Okay. Are you walking with him? Are you acting as a spotter for him?
I'm walking up with him.
Okay. Well, he was going to
I know
separate
I'm
out.
just going to hang back.
So, are you going to hang back with him?
That would be something my character would probably do.
I'm
Okay.
going to use
Red
the
October.
conversation. I am going to pretend I'm Gene Hackman in the film.
Okay.
That is where I'm basing all of this on.
Okay. Interesting.
I'll tell Terry, you know what? I was a ground pounder. 4 eyes are better than 2.
Okay. Considering the environment, streetwise, is going to be an appropriate role.
I don't have streetwise.
I'm
I don't have
gonna
streetwise.
tell Terry that I'm gonna hang back with him. That 4 eyes are better than 2 eyes.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So. The mayor is sitting at a bench right by the fountain. He has a newspaper out. He's reading it in the fading sun of the day. Won't be very long before he's reading by lamplight. There are lanterns that are starting to pop on. Vroom, vroom, vroom. At which point he puts his newspaper away and he realizes he's not alone. The crowd in the park is starting to thin because it is starting to get
Dark
towards sunset
and cold.
and cold. Yeah, definitely cold. You have probably 5-10 more minutes left of sunlight before you are fully at nighttime.
I'm looking around. Do I see anything?
Give me a streetwise roll. You can make the roll at IQ -4.
Oh, you made it.
Made it.
No.
Okay, you can see that there's obviously surveillance here, and you recognize one or two of them as being guys that were at the Olive Garden. One of them was obviously part of his security detail.
Was he at the Olive Garden with us?
Yeah. Could have swore he was.
I thought it was JJ.
Oh,
There
you
was
missed that
That was a
session.
game prior to me.
Yeah, that was the session that you missed. So, if anything,
Would he have
I
recognized
don't
him
think
from
he's-
the
the news station.
news station?
Yeah, you would have recognized him from the news station. Shortcut, blonde hair. Obviously, got that military style cut.
So it's just one person surveilling?
That
or two?
what You saw 2 or 3 guys that are surveilling. One is obviously part of his security detail. The other 2, you're not sure whether they're security detail or whether they are just overly interested in the mayor sitting at a park bench in the middle of the park.
Okay. And I'm gonna gotta remember, it's gonna be easy for us to think everybody's got eyes on us, but remember, some of these may be journalists trying to get something juicy on the mayor. So let's not jump to conclusions. But you make that guy right there, that's part of the mayor's detail, ain't it?
Yeah, maybe.
What about them 2 over there, though?
The one
They
guy
don't seem
for
to-
sure is, I think, but I'm not sure about the other ones.
At this point, your paranoia is probably kicking in, and you're thinking that there's probably 5 or 6 people that are paying a lot more attention than what they should be. One in particular catches your attention because it's a 12-year-old boy running through the park. You're positive that he has
Is that a
something
microphone in his
going-
hand?
Hmm? Where are you
Is
with
he holding a
relation to them?
microphone?
Did you go ahead and walk ahead to try to meet up with the rest of these people?
So I'm gonna get a ball cap out of my car and like kind of put it over my head so I'm not like seeing, and I'll walk in like behind them at a good pace.
All right. It's punctual. I can say that for you. Now, we have plenty of things to talk about. You, sir, we definitely have a few things to talk about.
Oh, right. I had a message that he wanted me to tell you. NP are not happy with you.
NPR not happy?
Isn't that what you told me, Mayor, over the phone?
I said something to the effect of not particularly happy to have my security detail detained by the police over, what was it? They were discussing breaking and entering. Yes.
I'm not happy with people breaking and entering my house.
Understandable.
Could have left a note on the door, would have been just fine.
He didn't have any paper with him. Obviously, he found it inside. I think you're taking things with regards to this, the proper way, honestly. Being a little bit paranoid in this particular environment does well for all of us. Just a touch of paranoia. Just don't go overboard. As far as the charges, your supervisor has had those dropped, just so you know. And you have my word, we won't be breaking in again. Is that
Thank you.
fair?
Fair.
Now, what information do y'all have for me?
Okay. So, you're the one with the good memory. Maybe you should be the one describing it so that way we get it all
Okay,
right.
so we know that we got the transmission, and it's from the North Beach, right? North Beach Group.
North
Yeah.
Beach Group?
With that stuff going through other stuff, that's a shell corporation for the USCO Multimedia, which also owns the Demolition Derby ring where the broadcast was come from.
So this is tying into
There's
the
yeah,
USCO
it's
Multimedia.
Multimedia Corporation. And you got the guy who founded that was Stuart Brand, kind of a eco nut, if you will.
I've heard of him.
Well, heal the earth, Mother Earth, that stuff.
Hippy dippy kind of fellow.
Yeah, that's the one. He did some LSD experimentation, the Happy Trip and stuff. I don't know if you ever heard about that. Went around and kind of spread it to just anybody and everybody, whether they knew it or not. Not a very good guy. Not a very good guy. That's kind of really where we're at. We really haven't had a whole lot more time to research what little research I could get done. I don't know why they want that so bad.
you know, what they're going to get out of having a bathhouse right in that location?
Is the bathhouse the only thing that is up for building in that spot?
The property
than
was
the
looking
church.
to be sold. Well, it wasn't just a single church. What was it? The Church of Yahweh. Those dingbats, every bit as hippy dippy as the guy you're talking about, Mr. Brand. Now these fellows, they talk about the love of Jesus, and they can show it to you, and they do it intimately behind closed doors with no clothes on. That's the kind of religion we're talking about there. They bring their kids in young and teach them in the ways of the bedroom in order to bring more people in. Now, that's one group. I'm not really happy about the Church of Yahweh's people trying to get the property, which is a portion of why I was leaning somewhat towards the business end. Also, you know, being the mayor, we try to look towards what's going to be best for the community. But with the AIDS epidemic going on, another bathhouse where people are, you know, having gay sex and spreading disease, well, that's not good for the community, even if it's good financially for the community. So weighing between the two, then I find out that there's another group. This group is a ultra conservative, I would call them religious right sort of fellas. They are extreme conservatives, and probably I like them best of all three. But if I open the zoning up for the church, then there's the question of who has the better funding in order to buy the property once the zoning has been decided upon. And I don't have any assurance that that religious right type fellas are going to be individuals who are going to have the funds available without doing something untowards in the city. I'm not really looking for a religious bloodbath, you see.
I understand.
Well, the message was saying business thrive, religion die. Is the bathhouse the only thing that is?
That's the only business that I'm aware of that was vying for the property.
Okay.
And the zoning issue is going to determine, in large part, who is going to have access to the property.
Yeah.
So if the people who are trying to blackmail me are wanting the bathhouse, well, that makes me think that I shouldn't vote for the bathhouse. But that also leads me to the point where if I don't, then all those photos, doctored as they may have been, are going to be hitting up with the local media. It's going to be in every newspaper in Dallas, Fort Worth, throughout Texas. I'm not particularly a man who likes being a laughing stock, and I certainly don't need that trailing my son through his college years. So, if I don't vote for the bathhouses, and I don't have those people in custody, well then there's going to be the question of exactly what kind of ruin is going to follow my family. This is why I was hoping that you would be able to find where the transmission was going, let me know, so that police could descend upon that location immediately.
And that was partially my misunderstanding, because I remembered you saying after a certain time your wife was going to be asleep.
But for important things, this is definitely one of those things that should have been important enough.
That was my misunderstanding, and I apologize.
So, you have this location where the broadcast came from.
Yes.
Now, your friend does the ham radio stuff. Was he able to look at the equipment, see if the equipment was still there? Is there anything that ties them?
We haven't had the opportunity. We met at his house and then came here.
All right.
Because everyone didn't get off until late, and it was just myself and our medic that was at that location, and we're not exactly skilled in that.
Okay, well, so it sounds to me like one of the things that you would need in order to be most effective is approved leave from jobs for some of your people.
Probably.
That sounds like something I could arrange, especially for anybody who's working for government agencies.
Like me.
We've already made arrangements for him to have a day off before. I'm certain that with the school system could have a different substitute teacher. And NASA, I think I could bend an ear or two.
I take off whenever I want it. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, that's good. If you don't need me to step in, you don't need me to step in. What about your other fellow, the gentleman who works for Texas Instruments, wasn't it?
That is a good question.
I'm not certain how much pull I would have there, but I can certainly reach out to them if you'd like.
Couldn't hurt.
Well then, is there anything else? Okay. I think, honestly, what we really need to do is have a more solid plan to work from that you can get your cohesive group to work around so you know what your goal is, so you can all achieve the goal as best as possible. Now, does anybody in your group happen to have any skills with larceny or breaking and entering?
Closest I have is check lies, but
Any stealth operatives that you know of?
Closest I have
Got a
is-
couple military guys, but I'm really not sure what their wheelhouse is.
Yeah, I'm aware that those two gents have the military background, but I wasn't certain exactly what sort of
Train.
discrete training they
Closest
have.
I have is criminology, but I don't think that would help in this case.
No. You would need lockpicking, stealth.
With like chemistry and stuff,
Mhm.
can I use like legit chemicals and yeah, I got some acid just pouring a lot. Oh, look, it's open.
Well,
Stuff like that.
Well, yes and no. If you're doing that, when you do it, you're definitely destroying the locking mechanism. So anybody who walks up to it is going to realize that's not right.
True.
So that's an entirely different thing than surveillance style breaking and entering, where you can pick the lock and then lock it again when you leave so that nobody necessarily knows that you were there. Also, in the event that you're trying to get the police to show up to arrest somebody other than yourselves, that's then going to be evidence that you destroyed property, which they'd end up charging you as well, possibly. Now, if the police themselves are doing it, that's one thing. And there's a question of exactly what legal authority he is trying to extend to you guys. He's made it,
Can you deputize us?
I'm sorry.
Can you deputize us?
Technically speaking, I don't have that authority. You actually have to be deputized by a law enforcement official. I am a governmental official. We are in similar branches. I could pressure someone, maybe. I could talk to some people to see if they would be willing to deputize you. But that would put you on an official record as being deputized, you realize. And part of this...
Oh, no. Elvis was secretly acknowledged into the FBI.
I don't have any...
Again, no records. That's again.
Yeah.
He was an FBI agent. A lot of people don't know that. We could be similarly, equally, secretly deputized.
Well, that would be, one of those things that would be done with the FBI. Now, I don't have a great deal of pull with them.
right.
Could you get us the uniforms?
What, police uniforms?
You have that kind of pull with the Texas Rangers.
That I do
Which
have.
would be even better.
We're talking golden.
JJ, I'm gonna ask you if you know where these two are, so I can go and ask them what their skills are, so that way I can communicate with them.
I'll kind of like to the side, tell you kind of which direction they went off in.
Okay, so I'll go off and see if I can spot them.
Okay.
I'm gonna communicate with them. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna go talk with our vets and see what skills they have, so that way you know.
Okay. As far as getting you actually deputized, well, we could get some photo IDs made and provide you with badges.
Somebody say it. Somebody say it.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
Okay, youngster, what's that
I
off
was gonna
of?
say, man, you got me there.
Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
That'll be a Blazing Saddles.
No,
But before that,
Treasure of Sierra Madre.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And
That's
Where
from
that came from.
60s.
Yeah.
while I'm looking for them, I'm making it obvious that I'm looking for them. So if they are hiding too well for me,
We're not hiding.
You're
per
not?
se.
Well, they're
Okay.
trying to just kind of blend in a little bit. He's doing a better job of blending in. He's doing a better job at identifying possible threats.
Is she walking over to us?
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell's she doing, man?
We're blind.
So much for surveillance, covert. This is gonna be overt now.
okay. Hi.
What are you doing over here?
Wanted to ask what your skills were to breaking and entering.
That's an oddly specific question.
I'm very direct.
Well, speaking for myself, I have not broken into anything that the military didn't tell me to break into, and it usually involved a helicopter.
Okay. So not a whole lot. You?
Well, I'm pretty good at scrounging around for stuff, and I've got a background in electrical engineering where I could probably short circuit a alarm system,
Okay, so you
possibly
could
keep
deal
it
with
from going off.
anything
And
pertaining
I've got
to
some
laws.
I've got some mechanical skills, but it's more automotive.
No, he's
No. Okay. But you could deal with the alarm system. Okay. We might be able
Stealing the
to.
Maltese Falcon?
If I have one
No.
spell, it's a mental
What's up,
area
Dan?
park.
Oh, we might have
I've
to
got Majory at level 2.
go into that derby
What
place
does that do
in
anything
order
with
for him
this?
that
to
adds
look at
2
the
to your
equipment.
IQ for the purposes of
And
your
we have to do it on the
stuff.
down.
Overall,
Overall.
streetwise
Overall.
fall into that.
Okay.
Also.
I've got a
I'm
practice
sorry?
place we can try
Streetwise
tonight.
fall into that.
So
also.
if I have one
No, this Streetwise is purely having
and
knowledge
a mental
and
heart,
blending
it's
in.
IQ minus 3.
And it because your IQ minus
Thomas?
because of your makeup.
What's
Right,
that term?
okay.
I got someplace
Well,
we can
that
practice
means-
on tonight.
That kind.
Oh, yeah?
That one,
Yeah.
when the overall.
Alright.
Right. Okay.
But you're coming with us.
That explains
Lord.
it a little bit better.
You know, brother, wherever you go, I'm gonna go.
All right.
By the way, Thomas, what I had just said to him was, we may need to go into the derby place for you to look at their tools on the down low. Their radios.
We can
and
do the
stuff.
best we can do. I mean,
On the down low.
I don't think we
That was definitely
That was not a term?
That was definitely not a
okay.
thing.
Right.
Sorry, I'm a 2000s baby, so it's hard.
I think yeah. It would be on the hush hush.
On the hush hush.
Yeah. Whatever.
Or QT.
Yeah,
that definitely
QT.
would work.
Okay.
QT for quiet.
So, then, okay, so, well, and then apparently those three are trying to see if they can get the mayor to get us deputized.
say what?
Me and Thomas have got jobs, so I think we'll be all right.
Oh, and he's also seeing about getting us leave, so that way we don't have work interfering with what we're
Don't
doing.
worry about that. I'll take care of that myself.
Okay, I'll tell him that because he was asking if we need to worry about it.
What do you mean leave?
As
Is he
in-
gonna get me fired?
No, he's just gonna see if they can have a different substitute for a week or so.
All right. I'm not gonna be happy if I lose my job over this.
I don't think he's gonna make you lose your job over this.
Okay.
Okay. You guys can disappear. I'm gonna go back and tell the mayor.
Can disappear now.
Dusty wind.
Smoke bomb.
You're still here.
Yep. Yep. All right. So, are you guys going to try to fade into the shadows, or are you just going to walk off? Or are you going to walk back with her?
No, I'm gonna kind of meander around,
Yeah,
odd directions.
Stab someone's neck.
I think I'm gonna be with him. We're not gonna go up to the mayor, but we're gonna stay at a distance.
Okay. So
So,
you walk back.
okay, so Terry said that he can get his leave from the job without you interfering.
Fair enough.
And Thomas said if you do make him take leave, please don't make him lose his job.
But that certainly wasn't my idea. I didn't have a desire to have anybody without.
And the most experience they would have is not necessarily picking the lock discreetly, but it's more disarming alarms.
Did you happen to notice if there were alarms at the Coliseum?
We didn't get to go inside because the doors were shut and locked.
Would you guys think you'd be able to break into the amphitheater, check to see if there is still equipment there? If there's equipment that can be, salvaged, to check for fingerprints, things like that. The criminology would work for finding fingerprints.
Yes, I could do that.
So you would actually have that availability if you plan ahead. So,
I could definitely see about dusting for fingerprints for you and provide that if we get to it.
so the question now is, are y'all going to be able to deal with this quickly? Because the vote is next week.
If you are able to ensure that the ones that need it have the leave, so that way we don't have someone rushing off because they're late for work again.
I'm
Yes.
sure that I can make that happen. We can cover that.
We should be able to get you more information within, how many days would we say? 3? At most?
Can you
Probably.
Can you do it tonight?
Yeah. Well, I believe
I
we
got
can.
some ideas. I think we might be able to work something out.
We can. Yes, we will do our best to get it done tonight.
Okay. Well then, if you're able to, get to Waxahachie, get into the, what did you call that? The
Demolition Derby?
The Demolition Derby. I think I've heard some radio ads about that one. If you can get inside, see if they have the equipment, see if the equipment has fingerprints on it.
And today's Thursday, right?
It is.
Their demolition doesn't start until Sunday, so we have until then to worry about any other fingerprints, hopefully. So, as long as we do it before then, we shouldn't have to worry about other people not involved.
They've been advertising the Demolition Derbies, the, what is it? American Auto Duel Association?
Yep.
Yes. As I understand, every weekend they've been doing for the last month or so. So if you go in, we're going to have to expect that some of those people are going to be employees. We'll have a lot of fingerprints that we possibly are going to be able to pull.
Yep.
So if you go in now, they shouldn't have as many people that
Yes.
have gone in. It's part of why I was really
Yes.
wanting you to wait until Sunday.
Oh, we weren't. I was saying if we do it before Sunday, then we don't have to worry about all those other fingerprints.
All right. Well, yeah, in that case, I would say that the primary goal would be to go ahead, get down there. There's no way I'm necessarily going to be able to have you guys deputized by tonight. That's going to take a little bit more work. However, I could probably have a detail that's sent to help to interfere if the police start to show up before you're deputized properly.
Yeah, I would say that would work.
That could be beneficial. Yes.
So
We just need someone to run interference for us.
that I'm sure I can make happen. So then, was there anything else information-wise that you had that you thought was going to be beneficial for me right now?
None that I can think of.
Do you have any plans in case those individuals happen to still be there?
That's what we got the military guys for.
Okay, so there's at least some level of ordnance that's going to be present.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We are in Texas. We all carry.
God bless America. And God bless Texas. Well, if there's nothing else that you can provide at the moment, and this is the best course of action that we can all agree upon, I say you should probably get to, and I'm going to get home so I can have some supper.
Yep.
I wish you all the best of luck, and I appreciate your time. I really do. And trust and believe we will make certain that there's that financial remuneration coming your way once all of this is said and done.
Okay.
So he gets up, starts walking towards the guy that you saw that was his security detail member.
Hey, he's on the move.
The other two that you saw fall in behind and are taking flanking positions, scouting for any possible threats.
Okay.
The little 12-year-old boy with the basketball that was running around stops what he's doing, looks up at the three of them, freaks out, and starts running the other direction.
That's my character.
Okay, I was gonna freak out if you said he sets his ball down and walks away with them.
No, not walking away with them.
Pulls out a gun, tries to assassinate the mayor.
That's what was stuffed inside
Did
the
I
ball.
notice him freak out?
Yes.
Is there anything around me that I can notice that could trigger a kid to freak out?
Is he running in our direction or away from us?
Away from you.
Don't care.
Take him out.
Well, it makes me a little concerned.
Kids playing in the park, his parents need to be there somewhere. It's not my concern.
Well, it's more the fact that he's running scared from me.
No.
He's running
scared from the
from
bodyguards.
From the
mayor.
mayor.
Bodyguards.
From the mayor? Oh.
Yes. How did you get...
I thought he ran
She's-
up towards
Okay.
us three
Giving herself
and
her own
got
misinformation.
scared
Right.
and ran away
No,
from us.
no. These two noticed specifically that the kid that he had picked out initially as possibly a threat, playing with his basketball, looks up and sees them walking with determination and freaks out and starts running the other way, leaving his ball to bounce to a stop.
No. Okay.
So me and you, let's keep an eye on him for a second, see if anybody follows.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
I got a weird feeling. I want to go check out this basketball.
I'm going to keep an eye out from up here if anybody comes out and starts following the main group out.
Okay.
But we're already been made probably because she came over.
Well, yeah.
Yes, but, if you want to go check out the basketball, I'll stay here.
Something feels weird. I don't know. Something in the air. I don't know. I want to go check out this basketball. So.
A sudden crack of blue electricity shoots through the air, and frogs start to fall as you approach the basketball.
Is it the same frogs?
There's easily, 25, 30 of them that drop in the span of 10 seconds.
Are they centralized or are they like?
They're kind of spread out. It was instead of the vertical slash of lightning that happened the last time, this one seems more of a horizontal flash, almost like something flew overhead and this was in the vapor trails behind it.
Kind of like ball lightning.
Kind of like ball lightning, but it was really high up.
Okay.
And again, you have that sound of digital disturbance to the lightning, or the thunder sound. This time you're witnessing the frogs falling from the heavens.
So all the park lights were on at this point, right?
Correct.
Did they flicker or anything whenever the?
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't think of this before.
Okay.
But could my mageful mind figure this out?
See, if this were magic, you would have
No, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, if this were magic, you would be able to detect it, and nothing is coming across as being magic. in
Magic.
this, with regards to the frogs.
Okay.
There's a digital signature to the sound of thunder.
Okay.
It's almost like there's some sort of distortion, sort of like when you're tuning in a station you can't quite get. You know, I'm trying to get Showtime for that time of night, and all I'm getting
Kind of
is
like
a little
a
bit of static.
reverb, a little bit of a reverb.
Was the mayor at the mall when it happened?
No,
No.
not that we're aware of.
Not that we're aware of. Okay. Just the Masonic guy.
Who was supposed to meet somebody to deliver the message to the mayor.
So
You said you were going to go look at the ball?
Well, yeah, but
Okay, you were focused on the ball. I want everybody else to make an IQ roll.
Made it.
Oh, yeah, I made it.
I missed it.
I did.
Those of you who made it,
The guy that was smart missed it.
you made it, right?
No, I did not.
You did not? Holy, okay. Those of you who made it see a flash of metal
In the sky?
in the sky that's directly leading that flash of blue.
Directly what?
That's leading in front of that flash of blue.
No.
It's cigar shaped
Okay.
and metal. And then it's gone.
I'm still going to go check out the ball.
Yeah, you get over to the ball, and when you reach the ball, it deflates.
Is there anything written on the ball?
Nothing's written on the ball, but
Any big holes in the ball?
no big holes in the ball. But as it's deflating, the air that's coming out of it is blue.
That means that kid was part of it.
No. It could be that the lightning strike ionized the air in the ball and popped it.
last time the Boy Scouts showed up to clean up the frogs.
Yep.
Are we
So
seeing
do
any
we
Boy
sit and
Scouts?
wait?
Yeah, let's everybody back up. Let's see if the scouts show up again.
Just kind of
What about?
go back to what? Yeah. Got it.
I'm gonna relay that to him and be like, we need to wait and see if the
gotcha.
scouts show up again.
I got you.
I'm gonna check over some of the frogs for any symbols on them.
It's the same blend, same style of branding, and then the ones that aren't branded are mutated, have the additional genitalia.
I'm gonna drop the frog back down there.
And yes, they are damp, and when they fell, water fell with them. Just a little bit.
Don't, Thomas. Stop. Put it down.
He's licking toads again.
Wrong kind.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to move back like he was talking about. Kind of move back, try to find is there a restroom in here or in this park? Or?
Yeah, there's public.
Okay, I'll
We
go
see
over.
George Michael walking in before you.
Just gonna say.
Right.
What do you need a restroom, George Michaels?
Hey, have a little faith, would you?
Oh,
Da-da. See what I did?
yeah.
Like I say, I'll go into the restroom following George Michael.
Smells horrible.
Right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, quick reference
But I
for you
will
two.
turn.
In the 80s, there was a singer named George Michael, and it was a huge thing because he got busted in a public restroom with another guy.
Yeah, performing fellatio.
And it's just some random guy. And he defended it. He's all like, so what if I fancy a bloke? Good, so.
No,
it was
that's
like a huge
exactly
thing. 'Cause
what
he
he
was.
said.
He was like a huge sex symbol, and everybody just assumed he liked women.
Yep.
And he did that.
And he was gay as
Sex
all get
symbol
out.
towards women.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Not that there's any-
I'm gonna wait and like if the frogs start to like dissipate and like hop off to like take care of themselves essentially or clean up themselves, and I'll leave.
Is there, other than the electricity, okay, frogs rain down.
Mhm.
Is there anything else with the frogs? Slime or
Waterfalls.
Just
with it.
water?
Just water.
Yeah,
Are you
and
going
he was
to
getting ready
collect
to
that
lick
water?
Again.
it again.
Mr.
Yeah.
Scientist?
I was gonna look at everything, try and get a sample of it.
Okay. It was very localized. It covered no more than like a 25, 30 foot radius that the frogs fell. So the water that fell as it was coming down, it's getting pretty cold, so it's going to freeze fairly quickly.
I don't know. It's not magical.
Did you hear about the cigar shade?
Yeah, cigar shaped craft.
But
Yeah.
you can tell for certain that the frogs are important. They are part of the conspiracy, as is the liquid.
So, you want to grab some of that liquid so we can test that
Yeah.
either tomorrow or the day after?
Briefcase, eyedropper.
Frogs, I'm assuming, are the same ones we've seen before. No
Yes.
new external.
No,
Yeah.
Nothing new externally that you can see.
Okay. So this will be
Same
added
type
to
of breed,
frogs.
breed of frogs or not?
Same breed.
Hey, add these two, the frogs, on the board.
That goes that way.
Did you also have the lightning and the cigar shaped craft?
Yep, I wrote that.
Did we get any Boy Scouts?
Frogs are in the left corner.
Girl Scouts?
One Boy Scout shows up.
Aha! I was right.
What's his troop
Look.
number?
Troop number 23.
Is 23
Oh,
up there?
23 is up there.
23 is one of
Boy Scout 23, top left.
Does the kid just walk out of thin air? Is there a vehicle?
No, it doesn't come out of thin air, but he was in the park, and you see him coming out with binoculars and a bird watching book, so he can get his badge for ornithology. And he sees the frog, nudges one of them that obviously hit hard, looks around, puts his book away, takes his handkerchief off, picks the frog up, wraps it up, and then starts walking off with it. He threw his book into his back pocket.
Okay, so I really don't suggest a big group of men go chase a 12-year-old boy through the park.
It's a boy.
Yeah,
It's
we're
not a
gonna
good
go
idea.
wham. You know.
It's the 80s.
Wham.
Yeah, we're gonna
I see
go.
what you did there. George Michael. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think we should have her approach the kid
Oh, yeah.
because that is probably the least threatening.
Nice.
I mean,
Hey, is he coming to the
Kidnapping
public
panic
restaurant?
thing is still pretty
No.
fresh right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it'd be
He's
much
not picking-
safer for
He didn't
her to
pick
do it.
the frog up the same way the other ones did.
He's not
Yeah, the other
picking
kids
them up.
just had buckets, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
They were
what
like
the hell is
trying to
this?
get
What's
So-
this? Let's get these all gathered up and take them out of here.
okay.
We're putting you in, Gwen.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Ask him where what
That's
is
why
his
What gives?
ask
I
him
hit him with a
information
fireball?
about his troop and all that.
Should I hit him with a fireball?
No.
Okay.
I guess I followed the kid after telling him no.
So you came out of the bathroom?
No.
He's not done yet.
He's not done.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to meet someone. I've got to think.
So I follow
Be here
the
at
Boy
7.
Scout, I guess.
Okay.
Does that bathroom got a closet?
It does not take
Right.
long
It's
for
so
him
I'm
to realize
that.
you're following him. You okay, lady? Did you need some help?
I need him crashing the room.
Have you seen those frogs before? which type of frog did he grab? Was it the braided or the other?
You couldn't tell, and it's wrapped up, so.
If it's got extra junk, can we have it?
I just was curious about if you were doing a badge pertaining to frogs or something, because I have a kid that's thinking about joining the Boy Scouts, and I wanted to ask you about the troop and everything.
You're awful young to have a kid that's Boy Scout age.
I'm 28.
You look younger than that. I'm sorry.
Fatigue.
Well, thank you.
I think it comes off your IQ.
Well, I don't know that there's anything specific for frogs, but I was going to take this back to the troop leader. He looks pretty badly hurt, and troop leader, he's a vet.
Oh.
I don't know if there's anything that we can do for the frog or not, but he looked miserable. I figured I could at least try.
Yeah. Okay. What's your troop number?
Troop 23.
Where are you guys? You guys are all located here, right?
Yeah. Troop 23. We're let's see. It's Fort Worth specifically.
Okay.
I end up having to travel to get to troop meetings.
Okay. Do you mind if I come with you to the troop leader?
I was gonna go see Mom and Dad. I was gonna have them take me.
Okay. Can you tell me where I could find the troop leader and I can take the frog for you? Since I want to talk with him anyways about my kid.
Well, I suppose is that's Dr. Shane
Okay, that's
Vobach.
good.
Doctor who?
Shane Vobach.
How do you spell that last name?
Vobach.
Troop leader of 23. Okay. And he's in the phone book, right?
Probably.
Do you have a place where I can find him very easily?
Well, he's a veterinarian.
Do you know where he's a vet at?
How old is this kid? Ish.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably about 13, 14.
So, yeah.
He works at the Buckner Animal Clinic.
Buckner.
Yeah.
Is it B-U-C-K?
Yeah. B-U-C-K-N-E-R.
Buckner Clinic.
Yeah, Buckner Animal Clinic.
Okay. Well, I can take that frog off your hands real quick so that way I can take it over to the vet for ya.
Okay, sure.
Have a good night and have fun with your parents.
Board member.
Okay.
To the board member.
Sure. Well, thanks. I guess. Do you have something to carry in? I kind of need the handkerchief back.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a handkerchief from my purse.
If it's one of the
I don't know what kind it is yet,
well, you should be able to tell. It's pretty easy.
but
But
still, I'm
just
just gonna grab a
remember, if
handkerchief.
it's one of the mutilated kind, it's gonna have a handle.
Wow.
Yeah, that's no.
All right. So,
I'm quickly wrapping up the frog
frog.
so that way, one, I don't worry about kids seeing more than what he already has.
right.
Because I don't know if he actually saw how.
Whether it's mutilated or how it's mutilated.
Yep. Or if it's he just thought it went squish.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'm taking. There.
Wow, Jake. Okay.
In my opinion, that is the most solid lead we've gotten this whole game. Because they were there originally with the frogs falling out of the sky. Why did they show up and start picking up frogs? We now know the troop leader's name, and he's a veterinarian. Come on. I feel like this is important. You did a great job.
Could be.
Thank you.
Could be.
I think this is a good one.
You just have to go down the rabbit hole.
Maybe I'm too excited about this lead. But
Okay.
I think
So-
you are.
I take the frog and I bring him back to the
George
group. I'm like,
Michael.
and I tell everyone, okay, found out the troop leader for troop number 23, and he's a vet. And I told the kid I'd take the frog to the vet for him.
Are you taking the frog to the vet?
I'm a vet.
Alright, we already did up to 2 of the frogs. And I'm gonna peek now to see which type
I'm
of frog
sure
it was.
I have, you know,
You got
frogs
frogs.
galore.
There's
son.
frog. There's a good 25, 30 frogs that had fallen. So you could easily grab 2 or 3 of them. Throw them in your briefcase. Have them peel the NDAs.
Okay, and after that, I'm gonna peek and see which one he had picked up. Because I'm curious if it was,
They picked up
Branded or not?
It was branded.
okay, thank you.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like the idea of a 13-year-old being traumatized by that.
I don't think what the hell is wrong with this thing? I don't think he's gonna go, oh my god, I've got to kill 5 people to make this right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind of iffy on it.
Why'd you kill him? I saw a frog with 3 genitalia. I had to kill.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not
Makes sense
where
in
my
my head.
brain went, but okay. I thought more he gets locked up in the psych ward.
so
Yeah.
Because he killed 5 people.
No.
You kind of. Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
So, real quick, I think that we're starting to diverge that we have to have 2 specific skill sets in this group. We're going to have one that is the face type team that can walk into places and talk. And the other set, though, is the second story men
Yeah.
or women. So,
what?
burglars.
Burglars. Second story.
I would
Second
fall
story.
under the second one.
It does seem to me, based off of our current interactions, that my character and maybe his character are more the faces. I could be mistaken.
He definitely has the skills for being, one of the face people.
Yeah.
With
Definitely one of the more level-headed members of the group.
the stuff I've got,
Wait, what?
falls under the second.
Yeah, I think me and Thomas are definitely going to be the second group. Mark,
I'm not quite I'm more of a background
He's science.
scientist.
so you're the getaway driver.
I'll be the getaway driver.
But he can't drive.
No, he does not.
What
I
about
am.
you?
I didn't
Okay,
wreck
I'll
anything
drive.
yet.
I will be the
He's
getaway driver.
Or,
Right. So you 2 are the going in places. Me
Yeah.
and you were getting us into places we should.
So we need to swap sides.
And I
you
will
need to
get
sit
you
over
out.
there. Jake, you come over here. So
our faces are on one side.
faces
and then
are
our,
over there. They're the people that talk to the people. These are our muscle, and then we're just the
We
middle.
got a lot of stuff I have
Yeah,
to move though.
we're the smart guys.
All right, next game I'll
Not-
switch
not-
up.
Not you, even though you've got a high IQ.
We'll be on the board, so you know that. Okay.
So we've got the place the mayor wants us to break into. We've got
He'd prefer if we could do it tonight.
we've got the vet
sooner
to
the better.
investigate, and then I've got a lead that I want to pursue at some point, but I can wait.
The frog lead, we could wait until tomorrow. Because the frog's gonna live until tomorrow.
And what did you learn tonight?
So I gathered that there was a bunch of driving mishaps last time, so we've only really got one character who can drive.
No, we got more
Is
than
that-
one.
Am I correct in
was
saying that?
It's not so much that you only have one person who can drive. There's 2 or 3 people who have the driving skill, but they gave the drive to one person who had no driving skill. And another one had a black token, so he automatically failed his drive roll.
So I think what my character learned tonight is that I need to increase my dex if I want to get any kind of initiative.
Dex or health?
Dex or health, those are the primary stats that go into it. So it's
We went with dex this time though because of the speed.
no,
right?
your overall speed is a derivative. You add your dex plus your health, and then you divide by 4, and that gets you your speed movement.
Okay. Nonetheless, I need to increase one of those 2 stats if I want to get any kind of like edge in initiative, because going last I don't feel as a face type character as we're figuring out is going to do us any good if I want to like avoid conflict, because if people throw punches before I can talk, it doesn't really do us any good.
True. So
which ended up saving us, thankfully, tonight. But even though I was the dead last person to go,
Right.
Yeah, that could have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned tonight.
Okay. I like it. Go with 2 experience for the night. Jake, what did you learn tonight?
Well, I learned that Gwen gets really upset if I try to lick toads. And I need to be a little more observant. And my character needs to be a little more observant in looking about seeing the unseen.
Okay.
I would also like to know what I have to do to start getting lockpicking skills. Because, I mean, that does fall. I already have mechanical skills.
Right.
I already have electronics and engineering skills.
Right.
I think
Books
that
on locksmithing.
would- Okay.
If you were to read books on locksmithing, you can start taking courses on locksmithing.
Okay.
Things of that nature would all be ways of developing it. Also, finding some members of the criminal element to teach you hands-on how to pick locks.
Do we have straight lights?
That would be another way that you could go.
Okay.
So there's the legal and the illegal routes.
At some time in the near future, my character is going to start going to the library and checking out books on locksmithing.
Okay. Was there anything else?
I think it's interesting that the Boy Scouts
Just happened to be there.
yeah,
Very coincidental.
whether it was a coincidence or if it was part of the overall
Conspiracy.
scheme of things, but I did find it interesting.
You were dead positive that the Boy Scout had something to do with it.
Of course, I was dead positive that the little kid bounced the ball had a microphone chip. So.
Yeah. This one is much more positive.
Oh, okay.
This falls into the category of it's every bit as much part of the conspiracy as the frogs and the water
Okay.
and the other items that you've seen in the news.
Okay.
What led you to the mall in the first place?
Gotcha.
Okay, and to experience.
Okay.
Daryl,
Yes.
what did you learn tonight?
I learned that we're pretty good about sorting stuff out and kind of graphing, a way to things.
Right.
We need to work on our social skills a little bit,
Yeah.
especially with each other. We about had a TPK on ourselves.
I don't know about a TPK, but you were about to have casualties.
Yeah, we were about to have casualties on ourselves.
Just about.
But no, like I said, we're good at sorting things out. Not so good socially. We're a little bit of a social misfit group.
Just low.
And that's about what I learned.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and add 2.
Okay.
Mark, what did you learn?
He's crazy.
Right?
Like I said, I've witnessed the
Rain of Frogs.
Rain of Frogs. There is a craft that is there. It is a non-magical, because he's aware that it's a non-magical.
Yep.
Has a digital sound to it. Not sure what that's about. going to test the water. Now that we got water samples. I think I already know what's going to be in there, but mayor's still sketchy. We're going to have to do a lot of break-ins. I'm not sure how I feel about the break-in part of it.
I don't know about a lot. One.
Yeah, one so far, but it always starts with one.
This is true. This is true.
I'm not sure what we're going to find there. That's kind of iffy. I have thoughts on getting in on there in that aspect too. So.
Okay. Awesome. Fair enough. To experience. Gwen?
The only people that have been steady and not shown any crazy episodes of any kind has been JJ and Gwen. Everyone else has had some sort of
What the heck?
yes. That she needs to work more on communicating and making sure everyone is aware of what is going on rather than assuming.
That's good.
And figuring out better ways to word stuff when communicating with the mayor or a random kid or whatever, rather than going down a spiral.
I don't know, and I'm going to make it worse. Yes, that has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
You've been getting a lot better about that, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't done the whole open mouth insert foot because you've told too much as much lately in these games. So, doing better with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
Better.
I'm also redeeming my.
Okay,
Great.
so 3 experience instead of 2 for you. And the mic.
I thought I was getting better. I thought I was over it, and I'm not. It's always going to be with me. It's always going to be haunting me, ready to come out at any moment. My character's worried about that. There's a lot of lies that I've been telling myself to protect myself and to protect everyone around me. But sometimes the reality comes out. So that's what my personal journey has been with my character. I feel like Thomas is the only one I can trust in the group. So I feel like somebody's hand caught on fire and then it went out and we're not going to talk about it. It's a little concerning.
I think that was a hallucination. I hope that was a hallucination.
Right. I didn't remember seeing this in Vietnam, but
Yeah.
I suspect there's something up with him,
With him?
and I'm going to find out what it is.
You really don't trust Trevor.
Why he picked me out of that group. Out of everybody in there, why is I the one he pulled into that room?
Because I had a healing potion and you were hurt.
but the paranoia.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the points in that too. So, I also, as we echoed at the end of the game, that we do have specific weaknesses and strengths, and we need to kind of start using those rather than whoever is present at that very moment tries to take it on. It's not working for us. So, and I think we accomplished that. So, I think we got a lot of information. We got a lot further down the road tonight. So,
Yeah.
that's what I learned. And I've got 2 of these.
Are they green?
Oh, you have to be green?
Yeah, they're green for the extra XP. Otherwise, it's inspiration or reroll
Here's
the
the
chart
different things. So your gold would have been an auto success
on a roll.
on a roll. Silver is a reroll. Bronze is inspiration. So if you were lost, you could ask
10 of my character points and raising my
J-
intelligence
GM
by
for
1 to 13.
rough trail to go on. Green is the bribery, so that's
Okay.
4 points, or to go first in initiative. And then black is bad.
So, 2.
I was gonna say I don't know if I'm lucky or unlucky because both times that I've got the black one, nothing's happened. But then you were
Per
like,
se.
you're like, we'll get to it next gaming session.
Yep.
Dang it!
So
Well, one would argue, you've always said it's use it or lose it.
use it or lose it.
You didn't use it.
I didn't use it. Okay. In that case, it's going to be up to a dice roll who ends up having this. Maha! Aha!
It's probably still gonna be me.
Probably still gonna be you. We'll see.
That's how she goes.
I'm surprised people haven't tried using inspiration tokens a little bit more for other ways to go. Things that your character may have missed that your character should have
I
known.
realized after last session I should have used one of my inspiration things to figure out, hey, should I talk to the mayor now or later?
Right. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Here's a thought, and I know it's up to us to use them, but here's a side thought. You know who has inspiration tokens at the start of the game. As the DM, all right, hey, look, give me your token. You now think.
I don't want to railroad, and I feel like that would be railroading it.
Oh, true.
I want you to have full ability to decide what you're going to do within the course of the game. And if I'm bleeding you by the nose with things that,
True.
then it's full on railroad. Now, if it's something that you have possibly overlooked, you could be like, you know what? It's almost the end of the session. What's some things that my character should be thinking about? Here's 2 bronze tokens, 2 points of inspiration for me to think about for next gaming session.
Oh.
I like that.
So if you hadn't used them yet before the very end of the session, we can start with, hey, is there something that my character should have thought of? I'd like to use the token now. We can start doing that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's still inspiration, it's just not mid-game. It's, okay, now I've got 2 weeks to think about, why didn't I think of that? We should probably tell Jake that one too, because I think that there have been a few things that his character might have picked up on that he didn't pick up on. This has been Dice Shrapnel. If you enjoyed this content, please consider hitting the like, share, or subscribe buttons.